white people should have more children?
We definitely need white babies. And I tremble at the idea that that the white group is going down in numbers.
Risky behavior.
Elon Musk has been tweeting about the Earth's alleged underpopulation crisis. But should we be concerned? We've agreed that it's not birth rate that's causing any kind of climate change. It's not the driver, at least, that's for sure. You think it should be, people should qualify and be tested. You think people should be tested. You think we should just feed them and let them age out.
Voluntarily.
Yeah, right.
I mean, so as a society, I mean, we value freedom, and reproductive choice is one of those freedoms. And I think the better approach is to try to educate people so that they're responsible when they have children and they can care for them. But I mean, I think having the government getting involved in anything like this, I mean, China's done that. It's a disaster over there.
I completely agree with you about reproductive freedom. I think that's the most important thing we need today. Hundreds of millions of couples are denied their right to not procreate. But you were mentioning
how's that?
Oh, go ahead.
How are they denied that right?
They do not have the contraceptive services, reproductive health services that they need. Those are not provided. And maybe people should supply their own, but they can't afford it because they're having more offspring that they can't feed.
Where's that?
And see, that's what's wrong with the world. He said that people are denied the right to not be parents. Like, that's some bull. Like, Dr. Phil always got some characters on his show. Like, people that just say ridiculous stuff. I decided to watch it because people were saying that Lee Peterson said some crazy stuff, but clearly he's not the only one. For you to say something like that, you could abstain from having sex. You can go purchase condoms. There's plenty of people like clinics or offices that give condoms away. What he said is a complete lie. Now, I don't deny that there may be some places where those certain resources are not available, but we can't take away accountability from people. It's definitely your decision whether you have sex or not. Everybody knows that sex makes babies, and we give people a lot of excuses. That's what's wrong with the world. People depend on a government when it comes to not being a parent. So when you have all these people that don't want to be parents, that lay down, that had sex, and then they go, oh, well, the government. What are you talking about? Ridiculous.
Just about everywhere. Try to get a sterilization here in America when you haven't had kids and you're only 22.
That's true.
We're not allowing people to not
We
breed.
see people like that all the time, and you can put an IUD in. A copper IUD is effective for 10 years. It's inert.
Have you ever walked
Very
in a grocery
effective.
store and seen a lady with a bonnet on her head with 8 kids walking behind her? You think that she's being responsible? You think that she's really taking into consideration what she's supposed to do responsibly? You think that she's not on Section 8 housing? You don't think that we paying for her to house her kids, who's probably going to grow up and steal my wheels off my car?
I disagree with all this crap that
Here come Jesse with the truth. Get him, Jesse.
I hear. I grew up with 6 brothers and 7 sisters at a time when, I grew up on a plantation in Alabama, and we grew up in a little hut house, bathroom outside. And my family raised an amazing family, children. But what the difference was then than it is now is that before you had babies, you got married. So you have the father and the mother in the home. And while the father was out earning a living, the mother was watching over his children. And so you were able to raise decent children. We didn't have government in our lives at the time. And so we were able to do that. And in America, we were not allowed all these illegal aliens and refugees to come into our country.
All right, that's probably where he pissed everybody off when he added that in. But let's see if we can forget that he said that part. But I think that's probably where Jesse went wrong when he brought up the illegal people or whatever. But mine is that part. I like the way he started it off. It goes back to the conversation about accountability and responsibility. We can't always depend on the government. The government has written many laws, policies, or whatnot that are not right. Should the government, those people that sit in those positions, making decisions that affect our lives, should they be the standard of which we live, when we could ourselves as a people reinstate our family structure? We don't have to buy into the things that the government is doing. Like me personally, I don't think the government is the answer. Sometimes I feel like we need less government. I think it's on us. You don't need to go to the government. For instance, you don't need to go to the government about, man, we got liquor stores on every corner. Stop going to the liquor store. If all of us would get together and stop going to the liquor store, they wouldn't make no money, and what would they do? They would shut down. It's common sense. We're our own enemy. A lot of these things that they talk about, it's on us. You don't want to be a parent, don't have sex, or find a way to have safe sex. Figure it out. But that's a silly thing to say. I need the government's help to not have a baby if I don't want to have one. People get on the internet all day long and find out whatever it is that they want to find out, and then they play dumb when it's convenient, when it's convenient for them, and they don't want to take any responsibility for their life or the decisions that they've made.
Government, we're not taking care of folks from other parts of the world and the families in America. We took care of ourselves.
I think you've pretty much pissed off everybody. But you said there's not anything you've heard that you don't think is crap. So what do you think? You said what you don't think. What do you think?
I know that we need to restore the family. We need a smaller government, because government don't make anything work. They screw you up. We need to stop taking care of women who are having these babies out of wedlock.
Correct.
We need to stop taking care of these women who are coming from other countries. We need to stop taking care of their babies.
Okay,
We need to take care of American families first by getting them away from the government and restoring order.
Okay, you're a pastor, right?
Yes,
And you're a radio host?
yes.
Okay, and you said you believe white people should have more children?
We definitely need white babies. And I tremble at the idea that that the white group is going down in numbers, because if you lose white folks, America, it's over for America. Because if you notice, white people tend to be more innovative. They're more creative. They have ideas about things. All these other races don't do nothing but destroy. They don't build,
But
they
he's wrong.
destroy.
He's
Well,
wrong.
I
dude,
said you'd piss off everybody. I was wrong. Now you've pissed off everybody.
Oh my God. They so silly. Like, I don't think they familiar with him, so they don't know he's gonna mix. He gonna mix some truth and he gonna mix some bull. He gonna mix them together and stuff like that. I don't think they know that he messing with them at that point. He said we need more white babies. It was funny. You know what? I'm not upset with him about saying that because I know he's messing with them. And he does that to get numbers, you know, and those people are going to be so mad they're going to look him up and it's just going to drive more people to his channel and to his network, and it'll benefit him. The problem I have is when you got people that are trying so hard to this is what I think white people do anyway, is that they trying so hard, not all white people but some of them, they act, it's like, why are you acting like you offended that he's saying we need more white babies? It doesn't make you a racist or a bad person if you white and you say, yeah, I like more white babies to be born. So why make all those facial expressions as if he's saying something that's offending you? That's the part that's weird to me. It's not what he said. It's when you pan the camera around to the people and you see somebody white going like if a white person said, oh, I think we need more black babies, I'm like, cool, I agree. But they're so afraid that someone's going to call them racist that they'll go against themselves. That's the odd part about that video to me. I seen a couple of people, you know, talk about what he said, but nobody pointed that part out, is their facial expressions, as if now the black guy next to him, I think we get the joke and get what he's doing, so we're like, you know, we just like, but those other people, they like downright offended. Like, what's wrong with a white baby being born? Like, why would that offend you? And that's the joke. That's what makes it so silly, is that he could say that and it could offend you. That's what's funny. That's what's weird. Not what he said. It's weird that that would offend you. If I say, hey, we need some more white babies. Like, people are ridiculous. Anyway, subscribe, like, share, comment. Let me know what y'all think about the video.
Risky behavior.